Happy Monday to you. Welcome to the Pro Leadership Refocus. It's a great day to be a leader. Last several weeks, we've been looking at the three stages of pro leadership: establishing credibility, building your following, and leading with impact. And last week, we looked at the central principle of establishing credibility, which is that pro leaders always excavate before they elevate. And we intended to start today on the DNA of leadership, but a number of you asked me the same question after last week, and I thought I'd take a pause and answer it. It was a great question. Andy, why is it you focus on principles and not on tactics? I love the question because it gets to the central core of my philosophy as a leader, and that is that tactics are temporary, principles are permanent. And so if we want to be successful long term as a leader, if we want to be a pro leader, we have to focus on principles. The reason why we do that is because the tactic that worked for me yesterday may not work for me today. And the tactic that works for me today may not work for me tomorrow, but principles are permanent. And so when you have a leadership issue, situation, if you go first to the principle and look at the principle that situation has brought to the surface, and then you decide a tactic that will help you win in this situation, you're going to be successful more often than not. What's an example today? Well, how about the principle of leadership rises and falls on relationships? It's all about relationships. And one of my favorite tactics for building and sustaining relationships in the leadership environment is leadership by walking around. Every day when I arrived at whatever of our office that I was at, I would make sure that I walked throughout the office every day and greeted personally each one of my team members. Doing this over time is relational gold. But with a pandemic and the requirement of social distancing and working from home, that tactic has largely become ineffective, if not impossible. And so what do? You go back to the principle that everything rises and falls on relationship, and you simply ask yourself, in this situation, what tactic will help me accomplish that goal? So there you have it. Tactics are temporary, but principles are permanent. If you focus on principles, leadership is going to be easy. Well, leadership isn't easy, but leadership can be simple if you focus on principles. So do that and make it a great week. Next week, we'll get back to the DNA of leadership. And remember this: without leadership, nothing happens. Strong, caring, balanced servant leaders are good leaders, and good leaders produce good results. I'm Andy Wyatt. Have a great day.